I love the Western music.
Yeah. Gotta turn that off autoplay.
All right, and I guess I slowly make my way back to Fernando, and Ironheart's turn.
Ironheart, you've been talking with Duststorm.
And it's just like, how do I get off the server? You couldn't find it because it was behind the taskbar thing or whatever. He's like, guys, seriously, I'm
Okay, how do I mute him?
How do I close this thing? You just hear him like...
And I find it kind of funny. No. So, Ironheart, you are talking with Duststorm.
Duststorm. Sunflower. She's a right mare, isn't she?
Yeah, at this point, Sunflower is talking with Fernando. You're just off slightly talking with him.
Yes.
Guy talk.
Yep.
Why I said what I said.
Okay. I thought you were just trying to bring her into it.
No, shit. Whoa, man. Whoa.
Anyway.
Yeah, Duststorm. Sunflower's a right mare, isn't she?
Yeah, she's one of the greatest women in this town.
So,
About the baby.
So lucky to have her.
Unless you're lucky to still be married. Well, one of the few still lucky to be married, I guess.
Oh, if you're referring to what's his name? That soggy lump that's still technically married to Windrush. He's pretty much the only one of the sad saps in this town. Though honestly, I wouldn't expect Churchbell to be with his wife for too much longer, neither.
Don't talk smack about the custodians.
You're right, I apologize. That was out of line. He's called a Stewart, by the way. Because something about guiding the flock, or I don't know.
Does it really matter? Does it? Yeah. Anyway, whatever.
I mean, it matters if you play the game right, which we are very much not.
I know, right? So, how long have you and Sunflower been together, Duststorm?
We've been together for about 3 or 4 years now.
3 or 4 years. Nice.
Don't tell her I don't know the exact amount of time.
That's alright. Your secret is safe with me.
Yeah, well,
Different.
2 weeks ago we had our little baby, and he just starts saying 9 months, and he just kind of stops mid-sentence. Yeah, 2 weeks ago we had our baby.
2 weeks ago. Ooh. Okay, so.
Or 11 months with horses, I'm not sure, but you get what I mean.
Yes, I get exactly what you mean. Let me put it this way. If you and your lovely wife could gather some materials, we could try and help, say, other towns who are being barren themselves. Or would you like to confront the doctor himself?
Give me a second. Okay, I think I understand what you just said. Yeah, I do have to thank the doctor. He helped my wife become... And he just kind of has a gear click in his head as if... Him? No. You just kind of get that look come over his face as he thinks something might have been with the doctor and then dismisses it instantly.
Duststorm, is there something that you have a suspicion of?
Oh, no, I'm just happy to have a little child of my own.
I do have a query then. Your little baby happens to be a Pegasus. Oh, Pegasus.
And black and red.
That's
Do you happen
racist.
to have any Pegasus any bloodline traits within your family?
Let's see. Actually, no, he probably would have looked into this specifically, so he would know for sure. Yes, my grandfather on my mother's side was a Pegasus,
Okay.
and so was my great aunt. I'm not sure what that exactly is called, but my mother's aunt. That's it.
Okay.
But you kind of get the feeling that very much the way that Mr. Cake explained it in that episode, he's grasping at straws.
Yeah.
It could be true, but he kind of had a panic moment, you know.
Yes. I have a feeling that was written with. That makes
That
sense,
makes
right?
sense, right?
It was just like, that makes sense, right?
Yeah.
Cassie and Straw is like, I think this makes sense. Because twice removed. The
Yeah.
fuck? Anyways.
I still don't know what twice removed to this day, actually.
It doesn't mean anything. Actually, I think
Oh.
it means married, divorced, married again, and divorced again. Because
Oh.
if
No,
you're
it's
removed, means... That's what I think.
No, it's actually how distantly you're related.
Mm.
So, like, if your
Like
parents
if-
were cousins, they have a kid, and you are your parents' kid, you are second cousins, and then beyond that, it would be once removed.
I think your second cousin is your cousin's kid.
Yes.
Yep. What
And
would
then
it be
third
if...
cousin is your cousin's kid's kid.
Still don't know what removed means. Anyway,
Uh,
so it's the time travel not the time travel paradox. It's, you marry a woman, her daughter marries your father, you are now your own grandfather.
What
So, Ironheart, do you reckon, so this is out of character, but suggested. So, Duststorm seems to be, you know, pretty on par if you could probably escort him to the doctor.
He seems somewhat shifty, like he's holding some form of information back without giving it away.
Yeah, wait till you hear wait till Ironheart hears what Stormchaser had to go through. For someone who was concealing something.
Wait, what was concealing what?
Something with someone.
I went to the bathroom for 2 seconds and I've lost track of the conversation.
It's probably for the best.
I can't tell if it was or wasn't. Anyways.
So yeah, he's told you he does have some Pegasus blood in his family. It's slightly removed, but... Well, not removed. It's slightly far off, but it's reasonable that that could have happened.
Yes, but there's also reasonable doubt that has been raised.
It's the 1 in 16 or something like that, which is completely understandable odds. It's 4%?
Still reasonable
6%.
doubt.
Yeah.
That happens to be the actual time. Anyways,
This guy says,
Duststorm.
what are you getting at?
hmm?
You trying to imply something about my wife?
No.
I've been trying to imply that she's a slag.
Why would she be a piece of metal that's been melted and wasted off? I don't understand that.
I cannot stop laughing now. What the fuck are you guys trying to do? Kill me?
I mean, I've been
So,
trying.
look, he
Mercury in
can't-
the water doesn't seem to be working.
I don't
It's
even know
also-
what the conversation's about. I'm just like drunkenly like trying to fit in.
It's possibly best that you don't try. You actually.
So he
That
asks
doesn't-
you, are you trying to make a suggestion about my wife?
No, I'm not.
I am.
Suggesting anything about your lovely wife, Sunflower. But if you and I would happily take a stroll down to Heartbearer, maybe we could, ask about some scientific questions.
How about
Wink, wink, nudge,
how
nudge.
what about like a
Okay.
follow-up? A follow-up to the birth.
Yeah. Black.
So I'm just gonna say that DNA tests don't exist. So,
Anyways.
okay, I don't know what for, but sure. You're the dog.
Yep. Let's walk down the Heartbearer.
So at that point, you see a slightly slightly disturbed storm chaser just walk out of the bar.
Hey, Storm Chaser, you right over there?
I should point out yeah, I think I just met my match. Not that kind of match. There's a lot of matchmaking going around at this place. But I should point out
Well-
Storm Chaser is hugging his gun harder than it usually is.
I saw
It's
you
like
draw your gun before, Storm Chaser.
Ego.
Everything okay?
Anyway, Airtender's hiding something. I was trying to get out of him, but he outsmarted me.
Are you sure he outsmarted you and not outplayed you?
He's outsmarted me. That's what I'm sticking to it.
Because I did see him, go behind the bar.
I mean,
For
he is
something.
the bartender.
I didn't want to risk another shoot off. I didn't want to do it. But maybe you might have better luck with him. Because who knows? I mean,
Yeah.
maybe he doesn't have anything underneath the bar. Maybe he was just bluffing. It's hard to tell. He was, as I hate to admit it, he played me good. However, I was able to get a lot of information about everybody else in this town.
Alright. Well,
He played you like a fiddle.
yup. Very much so.
And I think Airtender confirmed a lot of things that we already know, which is a good thing. Windrush, she definitely likes to rush a lot of times of the month. So
The dick. He rushes the dick.
anyway, let's head over to Heartbearer. It looks like you made some headway with Duststorm.
Yes, he and I are actually on our way to Heartbearer ourselves.
Perfect. We're
Yeah.
let's all head there. Oh, yes, Fernando.
Yes. Sunflower said that Heartbearer gave her something, and that's the reason she was able to have a baby. So
Really?
yeah, so we're gonna see if we can find any of that stuff because, like, Bluebell said he gave her something, and then that killed her baby. So
Yeah. The evidence seems to be piling up against this Heartbearer. He's not as hearty as he seems. Maybe.
yes. And then there was that whole conversation you heard him have with Sonote, something about us not understanding or whatever.
Yeah.
They're doing something.
Yeah. I mean,
Sorry, what are you guys talking about?
Snickering intensifies.
so
They're talking about the orgy.
You mean between the two guys? Seriously?
if
Okay.
you, if just remember, sort of rewind. This is out of character. I borrowed House's stethoscope to actually listen in to Heartbearer and So Notes talking behind closed doors, and they were talking about something, and if they were talking about doing something to people, and it sounded very suspicious. I mean, they could have been talking about, us dogs, but it seemed to be more personal than that. So, so that's pretty much it. So and we've chatted to a whole bunch of ponies, and a lot of hooves are pointing towards Heartbearers, maybe not being as hearty as he seems.
Well, I did notice something around the new house, or the new building anyway. There was a few weeds along with that foul-smelling water, which reminds me. Medic?
Yeah.
Down.
Well, Medic's all the way down there. We haven't got to him yet. So
Yeah, alright,
Fernando, walk.
let's go.
so yeah.
So,
let's,
Medic,
let's,
what have you
let's
been
all go.
doing in the last amount of time? And it's probably good that you have no idea what's going on because your character has no idea what's going on with everyone else.
When has his character ever had
The last
any
thing
idea?
that your character was part of this group for was, I
Deadwood.
think, that description of, Deadwood, and the description of Sonotes and Heartbearer having a conversation behind the closed door. So,
Yeah,
also,
that's it.
what have you been doing with Heartbearer in that time?
Well.
Or Sonotes or anyone else?
So, this is not what it looks like.
Oh! And what does it not look like?
Don't ignore the hickeys.
Hickeys? What hickeys? I don't know anything.
I thought Storm
It
Chaser
says,
was.
I'm sorry, I didn't think you would have an allergic reaction to these herbs. I thought it was just a balm I was applying to your neck. Yeah, that looks really bad.
Yes, let's go with that.
No, that's what actually happened now that you say that.
Yep.
Oh, come on.
Well, at least now we know you're allergic to peanuts.
Oh my gosh. Heartbearer is
Also,
some
the
kind of
salve
mad
made out of peanut butter probably wasn't the best idea.
Yes. Covering
And,
herself in peanut butter and then me licking it off.
And do Storm Chaser, Ironheart, and Fernando hear this whole thing?
Yeah, well, before that happens, you see...
Yeah.
Sure, bloody wrong page. Okay.
I think Dust
You
Storm's
see-
also with us.
Yeah,
Dust
Deadwood
storms.
kind of walking back into town, clearly has a black eye.
Hi, Deadwood. What's the matter?
My face. Ow. And he just kind of walks into the doctor's office.
We follow.
Have you
I'll
got
patch
any
him
of that hard water again? You mean ice? Yeah, that stuff. Oh,
I grab an ice pack from the freezer
Yeah.
and then stick it on his face.
he actually does have a contraption that's... I'll crank this up. It's basically a compressor that's hand-cranked to make some water. Have you seen Back to the Future 3?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Not really.
Point is, Doc makes a steam-powered ice maker.
That doesn't surprise me.
Either way. Yeah, about 5 minutes later, he cranks out some ice and hands it to Deadwood. God, there's too many
Here you go,
names.
Dead.
I mean, look at the screen. Everyone's got a name. They're just jumbled on top of each other.
Let me move.
Let me see if I can do this, but the names are still the same size. And it doesn't work.
Nice.
It doesn't work for the tokens because then what they are takes up, like the Pegasus wing takes up the whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Deadwood, what happened to you?
Black eye is what happened to him.
Well, someone gave me some horrible advice of, I think the exact words were "slap a bitch." So I went down to Bullrush's house, and well, turns out he's allowed to do it, but I'm not, because, I don't know why.
Should we have another talk with him this time out in the open?
I think you should really change his name. That's being half the
Windrush
problem.
weren't too pleased about it.
Hmm.
I mean,
So
I
you
tried
went
to
to
give her this pink pill, but she wouldn't take it.
Did you try to work the shaft?
Wow.
Can't think of a comeback to that joke.
Deadwood, how about you just go sit down somewhere and just take it easy.
I'm not already sitting down. He's not. Oh,
Edward,
okay.
why don't
And
you
he just
join
kind of
us?
leans against a wall.
Go home, Dead. Go home.
Stop
Go home,
this,
Dad,
huh?
go
We'll come to talk to. We'll come to home. We'll come to talk to you later.
Go drunk, Dead. You're home.
Okay, and he just kind of
Go
stumbles
dead
out,
drunk. You're home.
heads that way, realizes it's the wrong way, and starts. So halfway down that path, he sees Windrush heading back into town in that direction as well, and he kind of just stumbles around, still holding an ice pack to his head.
Who's he hiding behind?
He's not hiding behind anyone. He's just kind of
Okay.
stunned.
Oh, you know what? I'm just
She-
wondering if Storm Chaser is going to start using his because one of his traits is lovers. I'm just wondering if he's going to try and put a move on Windrush.
So as you say that, she walks past everyone and just kind of tail brushes your face.
Oh, she does.
Yep.
And
Windrush.
for actually, and I should point out for a moment there, Storm Chaser forgot he had a gun and started thinking about something else.
Oh wow. Yep. Windrush.
Yes.
Oh, you know, like
Yeah,
Tailbrush, yeah, Tailbrush. You know, is like the
Oh,
yeah.
I'm sorry, but I've got somewhere to be. You understand?
Windrush, come back, please.
No. I'm in quite a
No,
a rush.
come back. Come
She's
back.
She just kind of cringes at her own.
name. Yeah, I think Storm Chase is taken aback a little by that.
Windrush, stop.
Fine. What is it? She doesn't sound British, which is what I was coming off as at first. I can't
What
do
is it
sassy
now?
girl without going full Valley Girl, and I don't want to go Valley Girl.
What is the problem between you and Deadwood?
How long have you got?
I've got as much time until the others decide they want to execute somebody, which by this week doesn't seem likely.
See her thinking for a second. And then she says, actually, no, that's a bad. I'm not going to do that. She just says, he is incompetent.
I'm assuming.
Oh, you
should
wanted
be
me to
pissed.
continue? No, that she was just incompetent. Oh, and incontinent.
So pretty much, he.
Wait, that's not the incontinent
And
means
impotent.
can't hold your bowels. Yeah, that's the
Well,
word.
he
I
might
was
as
thinking
well.
of.
But you know what? He might as well be that too. He's so dead.
Yeah. He's not
Wow.
incontinent. She just thinks it means something else.
And I sort of take this opportunity. It's like to just sort of jump in. It's like, Wind, what are you seeing? What are you seeing, Deadwood? I mean, Deadwood, and why were you married to him in the first place?
Not a thing, and any more. And that basically sums it up why I was.
So you're single then?
Oh, trust me, I already have someone.
She has many.
Windrush, I've got a query for you.
Now, keep in mind, she is technically still married, and saying that she has someone is definitely cheating.
Oh yeah.
I
It's
think
like,
choose your words carefully, Windrush. Remember the Book of Life.
I remember that. And it's
well,
not so
then
much
stick-
sassy, so much as dismissive.
well, either keep it in mind, or something
Oh
will
yes, I
become
will
for
keep
a
it in my heart at all times. Can I go now?
Are you heading over to the bar where air tender is?
No, I'm heading up to see Bronze.
You're going to see Bronze Dawn, are you?
Yes.
Now, would
What?
he happen to be, I don't know, your father-in-law or your new man?
Hold up, let me... Yes, he is my father-in-law, and that was me thinking that. Let's see, brother... Yes, father-in-law. Was it... Not step? Yeah, it's definitely in-law, not step.
Wind, did your father arrange the marriage between you and Deadwood?
Oh wait, that's not Bronze Dawn. God, these... The whole point of this game is that a lot of people are related because they're small towns. So it
Yeah.
does actually get a bit hard to track. Says,
It's complicated.
Yeah.
It's like it's so.
I do
It's
have a
such little
flowchart,
town,
but
it's like, yeah.
See,
the fact that I need a
Play-
flowchart says a lot.
oh, it's okay. I've remembered that Bronze Dawn is the father to Gold Rush,
Yep.
who was Gold Dawn at one point.
Yep.
Before married Bull Rush. Bull Rush happens to be the brother to Windrush. Now, as to
There
whether or not
is-
Argent Dawn happens to be the mother of Gold Rush, I don't know. It could have been Copri Dawn.
I haven't
really
decided
don't
which
know.
one was the mother yet. Let's go with the one that died was Gold Rush's mother.
Right, so Copri Dawn.
Actually, no, that
was-
one makes... I have something between them, right? It is definitely Argent Dawn that is Gold Rush's mother.
Okay, right.
So is Windrush going to actually say why she's heading over to see Bronze Dawn?
She hasn't.
Okay. I know she, but that's where she's headed.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah,
She said
Windrush.
she's heading there, but she hasn't said why.
And
haven't
I
asked
asked, why are you going to go and see your father-in-law?
Because he's my father-in-law. Do I really need a reason?
Well, I mean, your brother and his daughter are having a bit of a confrontation. And, well, if you could, one, try and talk your brother down, or we will move in and remove
Talk him down from
Bull
what?
Rush.
He has been nothing but great to me since I moved out from Deadwood.
To you, possibly. But what about your sister-in-law?
What about her?
Ooh.
I'm sorry, so you like your father-in-law, but you don't like your sister-in-law?
I mean, no, I'm saying what about her, as in, what about her? You brought her up. No, this is not me backtracking, this is her backtracking.
Yeah, I
So,
know.
so I kind of say, look, Bull Rush is a wife beater. From what we can tell. Or at least, I don't know. Deadwood seems to be, if your husband was Deadwood,
You
then
want
he
the
was,
truth?
he's
I
been a bit
don't
of dead
care.
weight. I mean, look at that crop. Don't care, really.
Well, I was smart enough to get away from my worthless husband. Why isn't she? Just because her mind's going? It's no. She could have done so years ago.
So
What do you mean?
what's-
What do you mean by mind going? What do you mean?
What did Heartbearer say? Early onset dementia.
Is it something do you think she's got from her mother?
Well, she has full-blown old age dementia, so probably.
Hey, Windrush. Was Deadwood ever a wife beater?
He can beat anything.
So why leave him? If he wasn't hurting you, why
'Cause he
leave him?
couldn't beat it where it mattered either.
Mm,
oh, oh. But,
man.
you know, he tried at least. He's at least tried
Yeah.
to love you.
At least
But-
how many times?
Oh, sorry. He's tried to love you. What about your brother? Is he trying to love your sister-in-law?
I
In
don't.
the
Okay,
ways
that went somewhere where I thought it wasn't. Hey, he's an ass, but my sister loves him, and he loves her. My
You
brother
love
loves
your
him. Her
sister-in-law.
words. You know what I mean.
Words. What are they?
But I think she greenwashed kind of deflected my question that why
That's
she
only
was
because
with
I
Dead-
didn't care enough to remember it.
Oh, okay.
Can I
Let's
go
get-
now?
Just one more question,
Am
Windrush.
I under arrest? Am I being detained?
We're
What
trying
are
to
you
get the
charging
bottom
me
of-
with?
You're
Are
not
you
being
a
charged with
cop? You have
anything.
to answer this question. No. But
In the name of the
she
Book of
doesn't say
Life,
those exact things, but she is just kind of
Yeah.
interrupting
Yeah.
with that general behavior, attitude.
Windrush, why did you marry Deadwood?
Because he was hot when he was younger. They're like maybe 30. They both look the same age. Deadwood and Windrush are like late 20s, early 30s.
Yep. And Storm Chaser kind of smirks for a bit, figuring out the solution to this problem.
Oh.
He's got to make day. He's got to, because Storm Chaser's a bit of a lady, bit of a gentle call, right? So he's going to show Deadwood how to be hot again.
Oh boy.
Thanks, Windrush. Thanks.
Okay, and she takes that as a you can leave now and just begins.
Yeah.
Regardless of whether Einhoff is or not.
And I go over to Fernando and I'm just smiling, like thinking I know exactly what to do. But in the meantime, we're supposed to trying to get Cokes out.
Deadwood has
these,
probably walked home,
Yeah, because I did tell him
went
to
to
go
the wrong
home.
house, then headed to the right one.
Okay, so now we're trying to with Duststorm with us. We reckon that was the strategy I was going. Sorry, I'm mettering. Sorry. The idea is we're sort of using Duststorm's follow up with the so-called good doctor, as an excuse to to get the info we need. Anyway, that's what I was thinking. So, back in character.
Lol. I'm more of a
Duststorm, you coming or what?
Duststorm. Come along, Duststorm.
Oh, right. That's me.
Wow.
Okay.
So I was thinking Storm Chaser.
Wow.
Okay. So hey, Heartbearer. It looks like things are going pretty well at the Sunflower
there's-
Duststorm.
Duststorm doesn't really give much attention to Windrush, but Windrush definitely gives him a sideways glance as he walks past her.
Does anyone else notice that? Like,
I
It's more
noticed
of
it.
he's trying to ignore it rather than just.
oh, I
ignoring her.
see. She's trying to get with everyone. Okay, gotcha. Maybe.
How did you not get that to begin with?
I'm pretty dense when it comes to sort of stuff. Anyway,
Yeah, I kind of got
So,
that, sadly.
so Heartbearer.
Heartbearer.
Dustin says it's probably time for the 2-week checkup on the baby, the beautiful baby, that baby. And
Oh, the baby? The baby.
and it's like, and I'm thinking, gosh
I
darn
was
it.
like, oh,
she's
well,
gonna be-
I don't have him
Sunflower's
with me.
coming to-
Sunflowers got that. Got him.
Yeah. Anyway,
But that's
we're
probably a
just-
good idea.
we're just probably, wondering about these special herbs, whether dust storm and sunflower need a bit more of that. If it was like sort of bit of a post-birth treatment or something like that.
Well, they gave me some, what was it, ginseng? Something like that. And he gave...
ginseng tea.
Yeah, I think that's what it's called. Although he just kind of crushed it up and told me to snort it.
You snorted
Hang
ginseng
on.
Yeah,
even
it
though
burned.
You got dust storm to snort some tea.
which you actually drink, not eat.
I mean, drink and eat are the same thing.
No, I thought he said snort, like he was
Yeah.
snorting cocaine, but he was snorting tea.
There's a difference between drinking tea and eating tea.
It really isn't. They both end up in the same place.
Anyway,
eating and snorting, on the other hand.
so anyway, Heartbearer, I think, yeah, I reckon the good couple could use a bit more of that.
Oh, well, are they trying for another? It's like, I wish. I haven't gotten any since you were born. And before that.
You know what? I wouldn't count them out. I think a baby always needs a brother and sister.
Absolutely.
Well... So Heartbearer is just kind of looking at Duststorm like, really? Come on.
And I kind of go over to Duststorm and just kind of nudge him, like play along.
Okay. Yeah, we're trying for another. And Heartbearer just kind of, oh boy. Okay. Yes. Well, let's see if I have some. And he just kind of gets some, what did I say? Ginseng, which I think is meant to be an aphrodisiac.
It's not.
Yeah, but it's meant to be.
It's actually a healing herb, but okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever. It can be both.
Why not that both?
So make me Google it, because I don't want that on my Google history.
Because then YouTube is going to just tell you, like, by the way, would you like to buy this tea?
Let's see, ginseng,
Ginseng is an aphrodisiac.
aphrodisiac. Yep. I mean, that's one of the that's one of the autofills, so yeah. I was the correct.
You know you could have just asked, right?
I did ask, and someone said it's not, so I was
It
proving them.
is.
That's my point. I am the right. Anyway, he says he can grow some. He's got some seeds left. I'm not sure how you make ginseng, but whatever. It would be a month before he has some. As for the female fertility drug, he says, oh, yes, that's in high supply. I make it quite a lot. Not that it's been much use. Although I guess in this case it has, so... Well, let's try again.
Right, yeah.
All right. Let me Duststorm, you don't mind if I take this vial on behalf and we hold on to it while we head over to Sunflower?
Sure. And Heartbearer is just like, what's going on? Like, he's not a good actor. Neither are you, honestly.
No.
This one is. This one here is pretty good actor. Like, the voices he's been putting on, amazing.
What?
Yeah.
Deadwood?
Fernando.
Oh.
Fernando's an actor.
Sorry. Sorry. Actually, sorry. Sorry. How now figure out? Okay, because I've got used to steering this.
Fernando looks over and takes the
Fernando,
vial
make a
and
move.
says, "We can bless this for you on the way over to Sunflower."
Yes, let's do that.
Heartbearer believes you, but still kind of rolls his eyes, like, ugh, religious.
Combat!
Careful, my
Well-
sword is nearby.
I don't know. What do you want to get out of this?
Well, we're trying to make our way out of it with this vial so we can get it tested.
I mean, he's not going to
but-
stop you. He's just like, come on, what's
Yeah.
up? Just fill me in, all right?
Hey, Fernando, can you try and, just deflect this guy?
Mm. So
Hey,
I
look,
leave
a
the
brick
vial
wall.
with Storm Chaser.
Like I said, he's not going to stop you. He's just like, I know you're
Mhm.
doing something. Just tell me, all right?
I leave the vial with Storm Chaser, and I turn back to Heartbearer, and I'm like, so we talked to Bluebell. I want to know, is
Yeah.
that the same thing
Oh.
you gave her?
At first, yes, but the one that she blames me for was, I want to say blood thinner, but it's not that. It's circulation medication, stuff that actually would be good
And
for.
why?
She had a miscarriage, all right, and she wants to blame someone. She's one of many.
So, query is, why are there so many miscarriages?
Mumps. Like 7 years ago, there was an outbreak of it, and it's
So,
known to cause infertility. It's also, although it was a separate time to what's going on now, it is, well, it's known as the kissing disease after all.
the kissing disease?
Yes, that's one of the, I mean, there's tons of ways to spread it, but that's, honestly, it's
Stone
not even the
Chaser?
most common. It's just kind of gotten a reputation for it.
Stone Chaser. Leave the vial with
No, I feel like
Dr.
while
House.
this is happening, is it possible for me to sort of discreetly leave and then bring it out to Dr. Hauser? Because is Heartbearer distracted enough?
Depends. Where is Dr. Hauser? Because isn't he kind of passed out
He's
in
all the way.
the
Yeah.
building? In the building you are all currently in.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, so he's in the building. So I thought he was passed out on the street. Okay.
But Fernando's like, that must have been
Jesus.
some pretty damn severe mumps, because that is very, very rare for it to actually cause infertility, isn't it?
Well, when in the cities, it's if you have some what is it? Basically, if you have modern medicine, yes, but if you don't, no.
But aren't you a city pony with all your modern medicines?
Yeah, well, I only came here about a year ago.
So why didn't you bring a lot of your modern equipment with you?
He just kind of points somewhere else, everywhere,
I'm sorry, does that look like modern equipment to me? No. Looks like
Close
the old
enough.
stuff.
Heartbearer, who are you? Are you really a doctor?
Yes. Are you really a dog?
Yes.
Yes.
Do you really want to fuck?
I know. Keeps lagging.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, sexy.
What?
I mean, is
And
this
what is your?
this one's
what
passed
is your-
out on a couch? Is he
Yeah.
really a
You
doctor?
can add me if you want.
I have you added.
Yeah?
No.
Yeah.
No way.
The one that's out on the couch, he's punch drunk, if not worse.
Oh,
He's a
Oh,
doctor,
yes.
but he
That's
likes to
my,
get drunk.
that's one of my boss.
so-
Well,
You know, you
nice.
can see that I'm looking at his profile, right?
Okay.
oh,
All
gosh.
happy then. That's weird though. Oh, actually, I just
And
do this.
oh yeah, what was his name? Sonote? Sour? Sorry.
So
Yes,
nice.
Sorry,
No,
Sonote.
Seems
Why are
to be
you
clean
so
as fuck.
close with Heartbearer
well,
here?
this
Oh,
one.
wait.
Well,
This
damn,
one-
could you?
I think maybe a recent Windows update literally just
Alright, I'm gonna just mute him. Tell me if
Yep,
he starts
thank you.
talking in a actual matters type of way.
Yeah.
Mm.
Actually, I think that's muted for everyone now, so we won't know. There we go.
You've just muted him, yeah.
Now it's only muted for me, so it sucks to be
Cool.
all of you. What was the question again? I forgot.
Okay, so no, it's like, are you doing some kind of experiment on this town with Heartberry here?
No? Like, what
Yeah.
kind of experiment?
Mm,
So Sonos just kind of thinks like, I mean, that would explain a bit, but I'm pretty sure he's not. Just that kind of thought. Like,
Really so nuts? Hmm.
yes? Wait, is he conducting experiments on ponies?
I don't know.
Well, let's
Is
ask
it?
him. Heartbearer.
No, I'm not! I'm trying to help these sex-addled dicks! And yes, I'm calling them dicks that are addicts to dick! Everyone is fucking everyone else! And I'm just trying to make sure that I'm just trying to help the entire town to not die from syphilis!
Too much sex?
Oh, for
Is that right?
He just kind of hooves in the air and storms off. Like, I've had enough of this. Just walks into the room with Sono, close the door. Just, he walks back in, grabs what is probably opioids, and walks back in here.
What are opioids?
Heroin.
Yes.
So let's end it there for the night.
Yeah. I mean, I was getting into this. This is cool. We should do more of this.
So, a recap of Deadwood has absolutely no chance and has messed things up even further on the player's advice. See, Duststorm. I mean, he suspects something's up with his child, but I mean, you know, who knows?
But
Air
it's a
Tender
baby,
knows
it's a
some
baby.
stuff
Look
and
at that
kind of
baby.
scared off Storm Chaser. Windrush is kind of a bitch.
Mm-hmm.
More than just a little bit of a bitch.
A couple of people are related, and Heartbearer is told everyone is fucking each other. And Air Tender has said that there's a bunch of people who are banging each other saying as long as it ends in a baby, it's fine. And half the town is fertile, so there's very few babies from it. In fact, there's been one baby, and you're not even sure if it's from that. You have no reason, besides your own suspicions, to believe that Sunflower has cheated. However, you do actually know, you have been told that Duststorm cheated with Windrush.
Yeah.
Yes, that's about the only real hard fact we know. Is Windrush and Duststorm had a bit of a fling. Other than that,
Also, I'd like to point out that even though you've gone down have you got any Pegasus blood in your relationship? The only other Pegasus in this town is Heartbearer. Well, besides Windrush, but, you know, female.
Oh
And Air Tender.
Actually,
my
yeah, Air Tender.
God.
He has whiskey dick.
What does that actually mean?
It means when you can't get it up from having too much alcohol.
Oh.
How the
No,
heck did you not know that, Lucky?
Well, there's probably a good reason why I wouldn't know, because never been in that situation.
I don't drink, so you know it really doesn't bother me whether or not other people have it. But I know about it.
Also, from the sound of it, Bluebell and Churchbell don't exactly have a good relationship either.
No, that
And
seems
the
to be on
mild-
a knife edge.
Mild to possibly more than mild abuse of Bullrush by Gold Rush, other way around, but yes.
Yeah, Gold Rushes.
And those Gold Rush
well-
and Argent Dawn have dementia.
It's like this whole town is literally on the verge of collapse. But I mean,
Keep in mind that like the other
Yeah.
40 people are fine, which is why we aren't
Are
bothering with them. I mean, a couple of people are probably banging Windrush and each other, but for the most part,
Mhm.
they don't have problems, and they're not named NPCs, so they don't matter.
Oh, hang on.
Wow.
So I have to ask the NPCs that we don't see. They've been able to have kids, or
No, they still can't
okay,
have
so
kids.
it's still barren white. Okay.
Yeah. It's just they don't. Like I said, they've been saying hello and hi in brief
Well,
conversations,
Fernando
but
thinks we've got to find out who's doing the devil worship.
Mhm.
And
And you have to get in line because Storm Chaser's already spinning. But we also learned. We also learned that Hardbearer may actually have good intentions, and he's actually may have been trying to do his very best in an impossible situation. But the association between him and Otzi is it's still a bit unclear, especially for what we overheard from their private consultation. So
I like how you misspoke and meant to say conversation, but he's a doctor, so a consultation works as well.
I use words.
wow.
So that means that's currently the
That's like
relationship that's unclear. Otherwise, yeah, half this town, people are just batshit crazy.
Like I said, there's what,
Hmm.
12 NPCs, and this is a town of 50 to 100.
Yeah,
So only like 20% of the town is crazy.
yeah, that's true.
So pretty much
Oh, yeah.
1/5 of the town.
Yeah.
But I think we've been doing pretty well in this session. We've gone like full investigation mode.
You've
doing the
resisted
Western
the
thing
urge to
and,
burn everything down.
and actually and
Even
use
though-
words.
We want to.
Yes. Oh, I won't lie. It's 20% of this town is beyond help.
1/5 of the town, but yeah.
Also, thank you. Me and my math.
It
I
needs
do
to be
words
about
better
1/5
than math.
cooler.
But I don't know. I mean, maybe we can fix it, but at the moment, it's
It's
a
looking
tangled.
hopeless.
It's a tangled web. My goodness.
And
and
don't
also
forget,
yeah.
there was also the mayor that went and disappeared.
Say again. You cut up, man.
Remember the mayor that disappeared?
No.
Oh no, totally forgot about that.
I don't remember it either.
Walked into the river, never came back out.
Oh, you
Oh,
mean the thing that you made up out of nowhere? Turns
Yeah,
out
look
there's
at
this
that.
thing you can do called walking across the river.
But remember, never came back
There were no tracks on the
Walking
other side.
down the river.
out.
Oh, I didn't think of that.
There were no tracks leading from the river on either side in the town.
I'm not sure if we investigated that hard
That
though.
never actually happened. You just made that up.
Doesn't surprise me. Anyways, yeah.
But
Yes,
it is
I did
interesting
say
that it is interesting that the more we get to know the town, these townspeople, it looks like the more they seem impossible to help. I mean, other than Duststorm and Well, it wouldn't be fair to the other was it the other 4/5 of the town, which seemed to be,
Also, so as dogs, you're meant to find what's wrong and stop it.
yeah,
You don't necessarily have to find the cause of it per se. If you know what is wrong,
yeah.
you can say,
Yep.
stop that shit. And, I mean, your word carries a lot more.
Ponies.
Like I said, the NPCs that
people,
aren't
like
named or
ponies.
given tokens who are in on this
Yeah.
probably will listen to you, and that drops everything that's... If they're involved in any of it, they will stop, most likely.
Right. So like stop having,
mean,
stop adultery and,
Yeah.
treat your wives good and value what is given to you. And also don't be afraid of a little bit of hard work, like pulling out weeds, to help your crops grow.
And do not, under any circumstances, use the butt of the gun.
That's also good
4
advice.
people, as you say that, 4 people go, oh! No, that doesn't actually happen. I'm assuming you aren't actually doing this just yet.
But I like that. Maybe we just focus on the 4. Like we say, okay, well, this 1/5 of the town is just. Yeah, it could be just some people you just can't help because they.
I mean, an option at this point is to walk up to Bullrush, execute him. Walk up to Windrush, execute her. Walk up to anyone else you don't like, execute them, and then tell everyone what you found out and say, stop it.
That is.
You know what?
I do have a
And
big
if you're
gun.
doing that, we're not doing it this week.
No.
So yeah, like I said, this is where we're ending the
Yeah.
session for the night.
Okay.
Okay. Next
Thank
fortnight.
you.
I'm gonna
We're
leave
gonna
this
start
chat because
executing.
it's all breaking up.
No worries.
Hopefully I'll get
Thanks,
Skype
Rebecca.
working next week, because for the most part,
Yeah.
you were good
Didn't you say it
this
was a
time.
fortnight?
Yeah, it's fortnightly. Unless I can get this down to being edited a
Yeah,
lot
I
faster
did a bit
than
as
last
well.
time.
Oh, okay.
And,
So it was editing.
And Bryson,
Gotcha.
after this call ends, I just need to ask you a question.
Yep.
I'll see you guys later. Goodbye.
Bye.
Later, Dex.
See you. And I'm gonna hang up too. Says,
Okay, bye.
Bye.
oh yeah, Lucky, call me on. Okay, he's gone.
Yeah, he gone.
Says, me do.
He gone like the wind.